Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. We're here in my bathroom today, not because I want to make a low carb Corey type video, but because I finally want to show you guys a little bit about my camera, as this tends to be one of the most asked questions I receive. Of course, in addition to, can you do a video explaining your tattoo? So this is the camera that I use for almost every single video of mine, except for right now, just the videos where I do the intro in the car. I use my iPhone 5S for that. But otherwise, you pretty much always see this camera here. So this camera itself, the body is a Canon 70D. I have had many other Canons in the past. I've had a T3i, I've had a T4i, I've had flip cameras, I've had more like home camcorders like Sony would make. I've actually had a full frame Nikon D610, which I didn't really like. I really like the Canons and I like the crop sensors too because you get the screen that swivels out, and I find this is very beneficial for people like me who film by themselves because, as you know, forever alone. But this is the camera that I use. Now, as far as the lens goes, it's not the kit lens. I'm not really a big fan of kit lenses in general. Now, if it's your first DSLR, then it might be a good idea to go ahead and get it because it tends to be a little bit cheaper and it can do a lot of things, just not one thing very well in my opinion. So I like to use prime lenses instead. So what you're seeing here is a Sigma 30mm 1.4f aperture. I really like this lens and highly suggest it if you're using a crop sensor camera. The nice thing is that Sigma makes actual mounts for both Canon and Nikon, so if you're using either, you can really use this. And again, because it's a 30mm, it works out very well for crop sensors in my opinion. Now, some of this stuff might be a little above and beyond you, and to be honest, I'm still learning a lot about these cameras and some of the features that they have themselves. Again, I don't really have much of a background in it, just with my own playing around with it. And I'm in the lucky situation where my YouTube channel generates money and I take that money and I reinvest. That's why I've had so many different cameras throughout the years. Now, you will also see on this a Rode VideoMic Pro on top. I'm only using this right now because I'm filming inside and indoors and not near my computer. When I film in the gym, I don't use the actual microphone itself, only because I don't usually rely on the sound in the gym. Number one, some of the music that they play, if I were to put it on YouTube, I could get a copyright infringement claim on those videos. And the built-in microphone on these just really isn't that great as is. Plus I put on commentary with a voice track and usually some other kind of background music, so I don't really care about the sound that it records there. Now, when I film away from my computer at my house, sometimes I'll use this microphone as it picks up sound pretty well. The problem is if I'm doing things where I'm moving around and I have the autofocus on this little camera, it really picks up the lens noises. So let me give you a little bit of an example of this. I'm gonna change the area of focus. So you can probably hear that clicking. That's the lens actually focusing back in. I'm gonna go back on my face, so I apologize, but you'll hear it again. So this can be a problem if you're using this microphone so close to the actual lens while it's focusing in and out. It picks up that sound. So when I do voiceovers or when I do videos in my bedroom, I actually use a Yeti Pro microphone for that. So Blue Yeti Pro, I think it's called. Again, I can do videos on these in the future if you guys really want more information. I haven't done a ton of videos as far as how I film, how I edit, only because it's not fitness related and I'm not really sure if you guys are really interested in that. But if you are, let me know in the comment section below and I can do more videos on that. I also am holding a mount that I use sometimes. It's a triple shoe mount, so to say, so you can mount 3 different things. So if I want to say use my microphone as well as one of these LED lights to get a little bit lighting on my face while I film, I can use this as well. These are all pretty cheap. I got most of this stuff through Amazon. I've just picked them up over the years. Again, I can do videos on these if you want. So that's the camera I use, Canon 70D, the lens Sigma 30mm 1.4f. Hope that answers some questions. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.